Good, quick crypto family and my coin factory family back again with another daily Kaspa and crypto live stream. And unless you've been living under a rock, you are perfectly aware of what day it is today. Today is the day Kaspa has officially and successfully made history. The 10 blocks per second hard fork activation has gone live, and we can see from the visualizer here, what a sight to behold. What a sight indeed. It is a very, very big day for Kaspa holders. I'm sure many of you tuned in to either blockchain banters or even Kaspa Silver's watch party of Crescendo. I unfortunately was busy at the time, so I could not tune in myself, but I am, despite my voice, I'm a little bit ill right now, unfortunately, but despite my voice, I'm extremely excited. And the only complication, the only worry for all of us effectively was whether this activation was going to be successful or not. You know, the activation had been successfully running on the testnet the whole time with no issues whatsoever, but there's always a chance things can go wrong, and so far, so good. As it stands right now, Kaspa, Crescendo 10 BPS is looking very, very good. It's now officially 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin, 150 times faster than Ethereum, and 4 times faster than Solana. So, by all means, Kaspa is, technically speaking, the fastest infrastructure layer 1 in the whole of the crypto space. Kaspa has officially made history. It is only up from here. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean price, but I kind of do, but I kind of don't. What I just generally mean is just naturally everything for Kaspa in terms of adoption, sort of development, everything from this point onwards for Kaspa is just going to be going gradually up. We can even see 10 BPS right now is trending on Twitter. That is absolutely huge. And of course, my Twitter forum is, algorithm set for Kaspa content, but either way, that is a very, very big deal. Crypto's looking quite strong right now as well, which is very, very reassuring. Kaspa's currently up 4.22% on the daily time frame. Looking at the market, I would suggest that right now we're kind of going towards this wedge pattern right now. I think that's what I'm currently seeing. We saw Kaspa, have a very nice rally, get rejected at 11 cents, come down to 8.7, which was again in conjunction with the fib retracement. That's the wrong one. Into the fib retracement, that does tend to coincide to where Kaspa should have seen a rejection, and then it's gone back up, got rejected here at 10 cents, and now it's kind of going smaller and smaller, looking like we're going into a wedge pattern, and we're going to see a breakout soon enough. Exactly where it's going to go, time will tell. We'll get into all of that in this stream as always. We've got a lot of important stuff to cover today. Going to be talking about what's next for Kaspa now that we have 10 BPS officially live, and also the big macro developments as well. So of course, history in the making. If you enjoy the daily content, as always, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. We are very, very fortunate, and yeah, Kaspa is about to shock a lot of people. I know the community, my free public community on the Discord server here, was popping off earlier regarding the activation as well, and I saw members like Tony, for example, shout out Tony, who let us all know that, only 30 minutes or so, I believe, after the activation, he was showcasing his node because he mines Kaspa, and he mined 3 blocks so far, which is insane. Absolutely insane. Mining 3 blocks in half an hour is nuts. And, that is again just the beginning. We're going to see so much more coming. Hopefully the mining will be more profitable now. I cannot attest to that personally because I don't mine Kaspa personally. The hash rate is also down right now, in a sense, down below 1 extra hash, but for me, again, this is a temporary matter. You're going to see more superior hardware miners coming out over the coming days and weeks. You'll see more people jumping back on Kaspa as well, therefore helping secure the network and also making money at the same time. And when the adoption flows through and transactions come through, the hash rate will explode as well, and so will Kaspa's price. So welcome back, everyone, getting to the quick crypto channel. Hope you're having a very, very good day so far. SJGSM, what's up with the 10 BPS indeed? Kaspa pumping, looking very, very good so far indeed. Going long. If I am being completely blunt, I still don't believe Kaspa's going to necessarily just go to Valhalla type thing straight away. I'm still expecting Kaspa to kind of trade in this range for the coming days or so. Obviously, 2 days time, the FOMC meeting will be Quite an impactful time for the markets, equally on the 13th of May, being the inflation data, also very impactful as well. And other macro developments as well, we'll get into in a moment, that is also very important to note. And we'll get into all of that as well. I'm currently under the impression that Kaspa, even after this monumental milestone, we may still see Kaspa come back down to maybe 8 cents or so. Maybe, but at the same time, for me, again, May for Kaspa, this month is still going to end bullish for me. Maybe here, maybe higher. And then going into June is going to be very, very explosive. Because keep in mind as well, one of the big things with crescendo of Kaspa is with Kasplex as well. Technically speaking, right to now, stablecoins can launch on Kaspa. The 4 opcodes, Blacklist, Chown, Issue, and Burn, they are now officially on Kasplex. The new node index is 2.03. So by logic, we could see stablecoins on Kaspa very, very shortly. We know KEF have been talking to USDT Tether and USDC Circle and many other stablecoin issuers. So we could see stablecoins, which for me is the biggest, and for me that is the most impactful and biggest use case I want to see of Kaspa ASAP. Smart contracts, of course, are very big as well, and some stablecoin issuers are waiting for smart contracts. But those who are happy with opcodes, if we see stablecoins on Kaspa, that's going to be huge. And I've showcased numerous proof of this in my VIP groups and also equally on this channel as well, but in my VIP groups and more importantly as well. We've showcased so much proof about how impactful stablecoins are going to be and for institutionalized adoption as well. So if Kaspa can capitalize on that and showcase its unique, innovative, insanely quick layer 1 infrastructure that is secure and decentralized and can transact stablecoins faster than anything else. I saw people talking about Kaspa Silver sending Kaspa during his watch party, and he got the transaction from clicking the send button to receiving it by the time he puts his phone down. Sub-second confirmations with Kaspa. Absolutely insane stuff. How quickly that is. Imagine institutions running through Kaspa, therefore. There's nothing institutions want more than cheap and insanely quick transactions when they be going off Swift that is extremely incumbent and slow and faulty and terrible. You know, we are witnessing history in the making. And, you know, seeing so much more coming to Kaspa very, very soon. The Ethereum virtual machine elements, again, aren't far off now. Going to be coming to Kaspa's layer 2s, again, they are not far off. You know, a few months. You know, it's really not far off at all. And even Paul Van Son, the chairman of the Kaspa Industrial Initiative, states here, congratulations to the Kaspa team, a barrier in the crypto ecosystem, which has been deemed impossible, which is trilemma solving, fast scalable proof of work, it has been broken. Kaspa is the first and only to achieve such a significant feat. So now, Kaspa are going to make sure that the layer 1 will be packed with global speed and security seeking applications. It will get institutionalized adoption, and developers who realize how innovative and how early Kaspa is will do their utmost to build the best infrastructure on here as early as possible to gain that early adoption, because in due time, everything at this point is going to be running on Kaspa. It will be. The best case scenario for us here is that nothing went down, everything was successful, and that therefore has just ignited some more belief in the community once again about Kaspa, but what's coming through and how soon will we end up seeing other applications as well. And of course, if we get more FOMO, more momentum, that'll also ignite the other catalysts like the tier 1 listing to jump on Kaspa as well. Welcome back, DC brother. Hope you're doing very, very well. I'm first, even though that bloke was a welcome back, man. First in my eyes as well, too. Flip Tony, brother, let's go. Hope you're doing very, very well so far. Welcome back, brother. And you too, Devious Me. Let's go, everybody. We are sitting comfy right now, indeed. Kaspa pumping. Are you high? I mean, is currently rallying, although I think that's more so in conjunction to the crypto market. Kaspa's rallying up 5.25% on the daily time frame, 9.5 cents, which is good. But again, for me, I've been stating it time and time again, crescendo, historical moment. You know, I even made a post about it myself recently as well. And it's a historic moment, but again, it's not a price pumper. For me, it was never a price pumper. It's a foundation building block, allowing for the stable coins and for the smart contracts and everything else to come from Kaspa and the institutionalized applications as well. That's what it is. It's a foundation building block for everything that Kaspa is going to be. Kaspa is king of crypto 100%. It's going to prove that very, very sure. Your computer can't even show the speed without lag. You know what I mean? My PC is also relatively crap. It's not the best computer, but you can see here, it looks like it is lagging, but this is how quick it is and how many blocks are being processed. Like it's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. This is just, I might just keep the visualizer on or streamline, honestly, like absolutely insane stuff. Yeah, so congratulations to everybody here. We are witnessing history in the making. And this is, again, this leads us, now that it's been successful, if we can see, because I'm optimistic right now, we'll see the likes of Casplex probably launch their public testnet, their layer 2, sometime this month as well. And you might see Opco's stablecoins coming sometime this month as well. That's me speculating, but it seems to be enough information, leaks and sources from Kaspa that suggest we may see it very, very, very soon. If we get that, that could incentivize Kaspa to start rallying at some point this month. Not necessarily all-time highs, but rallying at least, and then that momentum will continue going forward as well. You're going to see a hell of a lot of people taking profits and selling around these all-time high levels because they are frustrated with the Kaspa and they just have lost faith in the project, which is fair enough to them, I guess. I would disagree personally. There's nothing to be worried about, but if they're going to sell, so be it. Buy their bags, that's what I'm going to do. But you'll see people selling around here, so it's going to be a very tough level of resistance here. But not even if, it's literally just when, a matter of time. When Kaspa does blow past here, there's not going to be much in terms of resistance there, and the market will hopefully be in full force based on the macroeconomic news and crypto fundamentals and political developments as well. You know, a lot more is incoming. Welcome back, Falcon Brother. Hope you're doing very, very well. LB Crypto on the check-in. Welcome back, my man. Having a great day so far, hopefully. Okay, stablecoins and smart contract countdowns. Exactly. We don't have a timeline right now, unfortunately, but you know, the countdown has officially started. The post I made here, you know, made history because Shendo's looking like prime Megan Fox right now. 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin, 150 times faster than Ethereum, 4 times faster than Solana. The adoption will come, not a matter of if, just a matter of when. The count has begun, and slowly every crypto will fade into oblivion. It's now more than ever time to study Kaspa. We are extremely fortunate and extremely early. Jesse AI is predicting a big boom around the FOMC meeting end of May, beginning of June. I think he might be right at this point. It really depends on what the macro news suggests. We have got some sources suggesting it could be good. I'll play this video later on as well from Professor St. Onge, which highlights how the jobs are booming, the job market's booming, and therefore, you know, the worry of recession is, you know, significantly lesser now. So, you know, again, in that regard, depending on the inflation data and whatnot, there is a possibility we can see a rally. For me, the rally or big boom, as Jesse AI is highlighting, I would put more so in conjunction to the M2 supply. If you look at the M2 again, which we've been talking about a bit more, you know, a bit more frequently recently, we can see that going towards the end of May, which is right here, we then start seeing the M2 jump from what would be 97k Bitcoin up to all-time highs. So whether it be the FOMC meeting as a catalyst, what it may be, the M2 supply, which is the amount of money in the economy, is going to significantly jump leaps and bounds for Bitcoin around the end of May. So that could be potentially also coinciding to what Jesse AI is predicting as well, which we've been saying in this channel, in this community, and equally in the VIP group in more detail with more institutionalized sources as well for months now. You know, or for at least a month now. Like what we're looking at right now, we're going to see a big boom. We'll see then again maybe a bit of a cool off in June, and then we'll see it again rally up massively in July, going into August, and so on and so forth. And then you'll see probably the Fed, maybe they start cutting rates and whatnot as well. Again, we'll get into all of that in the stream as always. Mr. Miles, my man, still on the run. Yeah, I've been trying to find you. I can't find you right now. You're still running away. Doing a little bit of a run. I'm going to catch you soon though, brother. On the road, but I had to stop in the historical day, as you should, my man. Hopefully you're enjoying your little bit of freedom. I'll catch you soon. But yeah, you had to stop in for this historical day. Absolutely. Kaspa making history. Absolutely insane stuff. And it's going to be, you know, like I said, as the title states, ideally only up from here. Not necessarily talking about price, but in everything what Kaspa's going to be releasing and building and adoption. It is just going to be better from here. I've mined another 10 blocks since the activation, which is like 40% of everything I've mined so far. But 10 BPS is equal to 1 block in rewards now, remember? I mean, that is still absolutely insane, you know? So, you know, you've mined significantly more blocks since the activation, which has only been live for, what, about 4 hours or so? Which is absolutely nuts. So, yeah, of course, yeah, 10 blocks is equivalent to 1 block. So the level of rewards is not, you know, exactly the same, but you have a much higher chance now of actually hitting those blocks. So while there's a possibility there for that, you know, again, it's a multiplier effect, right? Beforehand, you had a chance of hitting 1 block per second, but you're competing with multiple other people now. And while we haven't seen, at least to my understanding and knowledge, I may be incorrect in that regard, you haven't seen a massive surge in miners jumping on Casper right now. You've seen 10 times more blocks produced. So therefore, while your rewards have, dropped down by 10 times, your chance of actually hitting a block has increased by 10 times. So by and large, the chances that everybody ends up hitting a block and therefore making money and adding to security and productivity of the ecosystem network has increased. So it's a very, very big deal. So yeah, those who are mining, I'm sure, and I'm hoping you guys are thoroughly pleased with what's happening as well. Nadar with the big juicy green candle when stream started. Yes, right now it's looking very juicy indeed. And again, I'm currently under the anticipation we'll probably see it keep on going up and down for the coming days and then make a breakout around here. If I'm to hazard a guess, it depends on exactly when that move is. If it's, latter half of May, so we're talking, after May 20th, something like that, I'm hopeful it'll be starting to push up again in conjunction to that M2, which does have Kaspa. We actually line it up a little bit more. The M2 does have Kaspa, around that area of making that breakout, is chopping here and then going towards the end of May and start pushing up here. That's if it does follow it. And if that's the case, then yeah, that'll be, again, hopeful for that. We'll see where it goes from here. And I think it will again depend on when Casplex and the other initiatives and projects release their stuff for Casper as well. Because we see them release Casper stuff, the layer 2 public test nets, the stable coins, the other initiatives that are building their EVM roll-ups and stuff as well. The fun with that will drive as well. That could also incentivize the big tier ones to list Casper as well. Which we can have a look here and see currently the address is holding Casper right now. It's currently at 524,000. It's still rallying right now. And again, we're still waiting for the inevitable listings from the big tier ones. But for me, again, a matter of time they'll come through. The volume for Casper is not actually that high right now, which, again, I'm not too surprised. 57 million, but it's the building block that's going to allow so much more to come to Casper. BitGet 12% is very, very nice to see. Gate 25, Mexi 20. Of course, there's still people who are highlighting that Mexi is manipulating the price of Casper, which, yeah, again, we can't do anything about it. But still looking very, very good indeed. Welcome back, Ali Brother. My TA shows we are going to break out of that pennant today. I mean, if it does break out today, that would be huge. That would be absolutely huge. Right now, if we can break above 11 cents, that would be a very, very good indicator we're going up higher. And then the next zone for me will probably be, Casper tends to have a level of resistance at every 1 cent zone. So also 11 cents is 12 cents. But for the most part right now, considering that, the fact that we've seen this double bottom here, followed by rally up, pullback, and not a far pullback either, and then struggling to break above it again, but now it's actually making lower highs it's making lower highs but higher lows. So again, it's just coming this convergence, this wedge right now. And hopefully, based on, again, other macro factors and Casper's own fundamentals, the breakout, when it happens, hopefully with one going up. The video I made yesterday on altcoins ultimately highlighted that a pullback is seemingly on the horizon right now. Bitcoin did lose 96k support, coming back to 94k. Right now, of how strong it's holding, provided we get no, uncertain events, if you will, maybe we come back to a 90k Bitcoin, or maybe we just hold here. Again, if you hold here, that's fantastic. Fantastic news again. I mean, again, the M2 suggests that we should be, coming back to maybe 90k or so. But again, it's not a 100% correlation. It's 80%, so it's not 100% accurate. But I mean, yeah, it looks like things for the most part are looking up for the market and Casper in particular. So before I get into more of the questions and stuff, and again, I just communicate with all of you guys whilst we're witnessing history. Welcome back everyone to the stream. If you are new, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more content. We are here every single day without fail, whether it be birthdays, whether it be Christmases. We have never missed a day. Well, we missed 4 days. I started streaming on the 1st of August since Kaspa started coming down, and the only days I missed was when I had personal family problems and weddings, which I couldn't obviously attend to. Otherwise, I've not missed a single day. My birthday is actually coming up very, very shortly, and I'll announce on that day when it's my birthday. And even then, I'm still going to be here. I can promise you that. I'm not missing a day at all. Hopefully, that day will be a big day for me as well. and for Kaspa as well. So we're looking forward to that. So you're new, again, subscribe for more. If you want to know more about crypto and Kaspa, stay connected to the community and learn more about the whole space in general. Check out the free server here on my homepage, also down in the description. And equally, you can come even more locked in, learning a lot more alpha information, having a better understanding and, track of the market, where it's going in the VIP group as well, the what page. We offer a 7-day free trial amongst everything else, trading information, trading education, trading alerts, as well as also alpha information and weekly live streams. Provide a lot more in there, and a lot of the information we cover in this content, sometimes more so the macro factor, we tend to cover in that community firsthand as well, in a bit more detail as well. So if you want to find out more, again, check those links out in the description, also on my homepage as well. Now, before I get to more of the questions, we're going to get into some of the macro news really quickly, but of course, Kaspa's the main focus for the stream, so it won't be hopefully too long. This Wednesday, 2 days time from now, is going to be when the Fed decides whether they're going to cut rates, hike rates, or keep the rates unchanged. Now, personally, I doubt we're going to be seeing the change in we're going to be seeing a change in hash rate. If I quickly load up the predictor, if that's not, I'm not sure that's the right word, but if I quickly load up the rate cut odds, Fed Watch type thing, we'll see that the current predictions has us looking at the chance of us seeing rate cuts in the next 2 to 3 days is significantly lower at 2.4%. Of course, there's still a possibility, but chances are extremely small, and I agree with that. Chances are we're going to see no rate changes, because while the recession was worrying, seeing negative GDP growth for the first time since Q1 2022, we ultimately saw an increase in jobs. We're going to get into again this section in a moment. I'll play this video out for everyone to listen to as well. Which again, Professor St. Owens is a very, very knowledgeable economist. He has been very, very on top of all these stuff happening, so he's a good man to follow personally. I do follow him quite a lot. So he highlights that not going to see any rate cuts probably, and then even the next one, because we saw positive job data, which is great, avoiding a recession, it means therefore there's a lower chance the Fed needs to step in to avoid the recession, because the economy is actually looking stronger as well. So chances are right now we may not see rate cuts, but people are still optimistic we'll see some form of rate cuts in July at the very least. So that is currently the macro side of things, and of course that could still change with the other elements of macro news coming out, the CPI and the PCE data coming out middle of this month as well. So we're going to play a quick snippet of this interview or this video here from Peter St. Onge, talking about how the jobs are booming, and the media right now seem to, of course, be preying on Trump's recession downfall to, be right effectively, but it looks like things actually are doing well. The only reason why the job data and the data actually looks like it's not moving at all is because the government jobs are going down, but the actual jobs for the working class, people like us, is actually going up, which is very, very good. So listen very closely to this snippet of the video here.
For the Trump's April job numbers are out, and they are on fire. Hardest hit were mainstream journalists who have been praying for tariffs to put us into recession. Last week, the Bureau of Labor Statistics reported April jobs rose by 177,000, blowing out expectations of just 133. This was a big deal since it's the first month of the trade war, which hit globalized stock markets so hard. Most important, all the jobs were private sector. Government jobs were actually down thanks to Doge. So there's a big change from Joe Biden's long 4 years where most job growth was either government adjacent, so social assistance jobs, which the Wall Street Journal calls the welfare industrial complex, or they were literally government workers who are, of course, largely parasites who produce nothing. In fact, under Biden, government-funded jobs accounted for all job growth in some states. So in California, 96.5% of job growth last year was government jobs. In Michigan and Illinois, the welfare industrial complex accounted for 113% of new jobs. In New York, it was 121%. In other words, the real economy actually shrank as government and welfare bloated, not least for the 20 million plus illegals who studies say consume 6 times more in welfare than they pay in taxes. All that is now ending with government jobs actually down since Trump took office, and yet he is still turning in blockbuster jobs numbers. So this is only the beginning. Last week I mentioned the epic investment boom that sent investment numbers up at a 22% annual pace, while driving GDP to near 5% growth after import front-running. 5% is basically Asia level, something we have not seen in decades outside of one-off recession bounce-backs. The boom is driven by both foreign and even domestic companies pouring trillions inside Trump's big, beautiful tariff umbrella to produce stuff here in America. Even at 22% is just 1/5 of the deals Trump has already announced, so there's more coming. Now, for perspective, pre-COVID, the entire economy of 325 million people managed just $4 trillion of investment. Trump has doubled or even tripled that in 3 months. $5 trillion of investment will, of course, drive hundreds of thousands of construction jobs for factories, followed by even more jobs that are permanent manufacturing stuff here in America. Ironically, this could actually raise unemployment rates as millions of Americans who dropped out of the job market under Biden start looking for a job now that they no longer have to compete with minimum wage illegals. Guarantee media will play dumb when the unemployment rate does go up. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained.com. We are going from an economy driven by government spending to an economy driven by building factories. Under Trump, wages are already growing at 3.8%, which is a solid pace. And that's before the investment tsunami hits. As those investments play out, as mass deportations and above all self-deportations proceed, wage growth could soar, especially for the young and blue collars. We're already seeing the ducks line up. The Bureau of Labor Statistics just reported that the nationwide employment level is now flipping, with hundreds of thousands of jobs flipping from foreign-born workers to native-born workers. Investment is reindustrializing America much faster than I expected, and combined with deportations, millions of American workers could start the long road to making up the wages they lost under Biden.
So, again, love or hate Trump, to be honest, my political views mean nothing and I don't share them. But what I do care about are facts, are stats, and evidently we are seeing a growth in the economy. The economic growth is still stagnant, which is why we are still reaching out and hoping that Jerome Powell will start cutting rates. The Fed will start cutting rates soon, but the economy is starting to make a recovery. Of course, we're still waiting to see how the tariffs are impacting the inflation, which is why on the 13th of May, that will be an important day to look out for, seeing how the tariffs have impacted inflation. But right now, things are looking up. You know, the working class are starting to see an increase in wages and getting more money, apparently. You know, it is looking up, which is very, very good. And that could also lead to a booming economy and therefore booming investment market as well going forward. And speaking of which, we have some very important timelines to pay attention to as well. The Congress timeline/schedule, which here's how you have a limited time to pass the stablecoin bills. You know, ideally, we could potentially see the stablecoin bills passed by the end of May. It's very unlikely because we are seeing politicians now and Democrats and other people now who are trying to halt and prevent the bill from passing through, stating it's not a anti-money laundering, AML. It's not got enough policies for that and taking that into account. So it's not, correct effectively. So, we could see it soon, but it's unlikely. But otherwise, then we have until seemingly the 24th of July, which is when we should be seeing these stablecoin bills and other, regulatory frameworks coming into play. And that will be, again, one of a few market top indicators. We're going to start seeing the institutional capital quickly flood in, them utilizing stable coins being their main entry point. They have other ones, of course, but that's their main entry point being stable coins. And that's why, again, I'm hopeful that Kaspa, while it'll be early doors, they'll be releasing their stable coins with opcodes soon enough. And then their ZK opcodes, being the native smart contracts, will allow the other stablecoin issuers, the likes of Tether, the likes of Circle. I mean, maybe they come through with ZK. Maybe they come through with the 4 opcodes from Kaspa. I don't know. We have to wait and see. But if not, they will most definitely come through with the native smart contracts. And then from that point onwards, we'll see Kaspa hopefully as an ecosystem expand and blow more, with smart contracts being built, more dApps being built as well. And we're seeing again how this space is just transitioning and blowing more and more. The SEC made a post about their crypto task force have announced the agenda and panelist for May 12th. So again, we've got more big stuff happening in May. May is looking like a very, very up moment. The thing to take into account here is the people who are part of the panel. You've got Fidelity, NASDAQ, Invesco, Franklin Templeton, BlackRock, the DTCC. We've got a lot of major institutions here who are taking part in the panels for the crypto task force, discussing, tokenization plus date change for a roundtable on DeFi. Ultimately, again, talking about how we're going to transition and grow this space more and more. This bull cycle is far, far, far from over. And that's even supported more so here with Nvidia reportedly considering adding Bitcoin to its balance sheet as their stock continues to decline, and therefore using Bitcoin as collateral to protect it. So again, things are looking very, very strong. Kaspa right now is actually going through a lot of, even more bullish momentum right now, up 7%. I think I saw Tony saying the volume started to come back, which does look like it's making a bit of a rally right now. Things are looking very, very strong indeed. So again, I'm optimistic. I'm very optimistic indeed. I think Kaspa's about to, and I've been saying it for a while now, Kaspa's still going to prove a lot of people wrong. Cody, who is, one of my mods in my community, who is, I'd like to say, a very knowledgeable individual. That's why I made him a mod. People have a conflicting opinion about him because he's very headstrong, which you need people like that at times, but he is very knowledgeable, and he highlighted once more similar sort of theses to my own, which is, again, how high we can go. He's not saying how high we can go, but he's highlighting once more, if you look at the assets like Ethereum in its first cycle, even look at Solana in its last cycle, the volume of Kaspa is significantly lower than what we saw. Or look, the volume of the volume of Kaspa, or the volume of Solana, even the volume of Solana way back when Kaspa, back in the last cycle, was significantly lower than what Kaspa's at right now. And of course, Solana jumped up to an $80 billion market cap. And it's similar to Ethereum as well. Of course, there are different cycles, there's less money in the market at that point, but the point being is there was significantly less adoption in those markets, and the likes of Ethereum and the likes of Solana exploded in value in the latter half of the cycle. Some of them didn't pump to the last 2 to 3 months of the cycle, in November or in August. Right now we are in May. We've seen history in the making. We're only in May though. We still have so much more time left in the market with all of these catalysts still waiting to happen. And then we also got catalysts coming out sometime in November as well. So market top, we still don't know, but so much time left in the market for Kaspa to start releasing their opcos, potentially the Dagnite as well, which will be the biggest upgrade in this space. It will allow Kaspa to be internet chaos resistant, meaning I'm sure you've been, if you haven't been paying attention, listen up now, because we have been seeing here and there blackouts happening worldwide. Recently we saw Spain and Portugal have a country nationwide blackout, and parts in France and Belgium as well. There's rumours about happening in the UK as well. And, it's causing electricity to go down, mobile phone and Bluetooth stuff and internet not working. People had to go back to taking money out the ATMs. But with Dagnite, in theory, if all the payment rails would run off Dagnite, it would be resistant to those sort of blackouts. It actually is, and it's been proven, and information about that again is available in my free community. Dagnite would be the most significant development ever since the founding of Bitcoin in 2008. Dagnite is a very, very big upgrade for Kaspa, and it's something that once more why I remain bullish, because there's a possibility, according to the developers, that we may see it coming out this year in this cycle, which is huge. So you've got ZK Opcos, Native Smart Contract, potentially Dagnite. You'll see more developing on Kaspa. You'll see Igor Labs and Casplex. You'll see USDT Tether, USDT Circle. You'll see Binance. You'll see CoinMachine, OKX. I can go on. There's so many more catalysts coming to Kaspa. Majority, if not all, hopefully, coming out this cycle. And with us seeing how quickly assets can rally in such a short span of time in the latter half of the market, with the level of adoption we're going to be seeing very, very soon with everything, payment rails and actual real life things like real estate stuff all jumping onto blockchain, everything becoming tokenized, Kaspa is going to be a part of that. The adoption is not going to be quick, of course. It's going to take time, but you're going to see the KRI kicking off early adoption with Kaspa as well. Once you get ZK Opcos coming through, and even then they can use some of EVMs. The KRI have already got their EVM running on the new activation, so their EVM's already running on the mainnet right now. And they're going to be able to release more of them and all of them with ZK opcodes. So again, this right now is the beginning of the end, only up here for Kaspa. So much more is incoming. The price will likely reflect that in the coming months as well, when the adoption starts rallying back as well. If you look at Kaspa right now, we can see the real-time BPS right now, 7, Looking very, very strong. TPS, again, it's not high right now. It can handle up to 3k when adoption comes through, and adoption will come through. But it may take a bit of time, but it will come through. So right now it's doing 6, but that could easily scale to 3k. And with all that's coming out to Kaspa, I'm sure we'll see it as well. Currently got 91% mined as well, meaning that when the demand does come through, and the adoption does come through, which it will do, the supply won't be able to keep up with the demand. Therefore, we'll go through a supply shock. Therefore, meaning the price is going to start breaking out a lot more so as well. So we've seen how the rewards have dropped down drastically. That was what? In its 50s beforehand. Of course, now that's how much you get because it's been cut in by a tenth. But you have a higher chance now of hitting those blocks. So again, that is looking very, very good. With the rally of adoption coming through in due time, you'll see this ecosystem here. These ones come back as well. The KRC20 as well. You'll see more people start to scoop up Kaspa as well. Hash rate to recover. Everything right now is on the starting line for it to start rallying up higher from here as well. Best case is we don't bleed as much as the market layer this week, in my opinion. I agree, DC. I agree. I think 10 BPS may have the potential to stagnate and stem the bleeding for Kaspa. I don't think it's a price pumper, but I think it can stem the bleeding while the market ends up having a little bit of a call off and then go through a rally. Remember, in my altcoin video that I made yesterday, which you haven't watched it, I recommend doing so because, you know, at least I thought it was a very good video. You have assets that are covered, like you have Hype, you have C, you have Kaspa, Tau, and Sui that I covered in that video. And I think all 5 of those assets will do extremely well due to their individual developments, which I covered all of them individually. So if you want to find that out, again, check out the video on my channel that I released yesterday. But also because of their dominance against Bitcoin. The best one was Hype, then it was Tau, then I believe it was Kaspa, then Sui, then Sei. But Kaspa, during the start of Trump's Liberation Day, when the towns were officially launched, which is around here, Kaspa currently is up 34% against Bitcoin. And keep in mind, a lot of assets have actually not done that well. A lot of assets actually are down against Bitcoin. There aren't many that have outperformed Bitcoin in this time. They've done very, very similar. Kaspa's actually outperformed Bitcoin by quite a margin in this time, which is very good to see. So I'm under the impression that with what's coming out for Kaspa development-wise and the market in general, this pattern is going to continue going forward as well. We'll see Kaspa continue to outperform against Bitcoin. Same with Sui and Sei and Tau and Hyperliquid. You know, all those assets as well. You'll see them continue to outperform against Bitcoin and rally up higher. For me, Kaspa's going to be the strongest one because, again, what they've done is just made history. What they've done now is become 6,000 times faster than Bitcoin and 4 times faster than Solana. The biggest layer 1. Well, Ethereum and Solana are 2 of the biggest layer 1s, and it's significantly faster. Even if Vitalik Buterin does that upgrade he wants to do with Risk 5, it still won't be faster than Kaspa. You have more adoption, of course, it's Ethereum, but it's not going to be faster. So Kaspa, by logic right now, is the fastest layer 1 in regards to the blocks produced. It's the fastest layer 1. And you'll see a lot more coming through as time goes on as well. And we'll see more adoption as well. Welcome back, DD Boy. You're doing very, very well. And having a great day so far on the 5th of May, the day Kaspa makes history. Volume point in, possible breakout imminent. Yeah, it does look like the way right now. It does look that way. I'm hopeful we do see a breakout for Kaspa. Again, I'm not holding my breath. I'm just playing reaction to the markets. You know, don't be emotional, be logical, but things are looking stronger than ever. Bitcoin again is not really moving today. We can see that assets are making a lot of moves. Kaspa up 7%, Tau up 8%, Sui up 5%. Sei is not really moving much, but those were the 3 of the biggest assets I mentioned in the last video about that were going to rally today, or rally throughout this month, and they are coming to fruition right now. And then I haven't seen what Hyperliquid's actually doing right now, but check Hyperliquid real quickly. How is that doing today? It's currently up about 1.71%, so it's not really moving much either. But even then, Hyperliquid is still up, so we've seen this asset start to rally against Bitcoin already, which is good to see. But yeah, the amazing stuff all around. Indeed, LB, indeed. That's a cool Space Invaders game you got there. Oh, it is. Very, very cool game here. I'd like to zoom out a little bit, we can see it here. Space Invaders indeed. Your speed of speech also increases to 10 BPS. Yeah, honestly. I'm trying my utmost right now to not speak too quickly because I know I do that too often. So I've been trying to take more time to take breaks in my speech. But if anything, yeah, soon my speech is going to be 100 BPS. I'm going to be 100 BPS before Kaspa is, I'm telling you now. 0.096 broken. Yes, that was that level here does seem to be like another key one for Kaspa as well around this zone here. If we can, Kaspa did come below it, and they're trying to break above it again right now, which I'm hopeful we can. Again, right now I think we're just seeing Kaspa starting to trade in between this wedge, and then we'll see a breakout probably around here over the next coming days, with a lot of important macro news coming out in the next week as well. Again, we got the FOMC meeting, we've got this roundtable here happening next week as well, and then we got the inflation data coming out on the 13th, so 8 days from now, so we might see a breakout for these assets around that time, because remember, again, Kaspa tends to do quite well around that as well. Oh my days, Erica, thank you very much for the $4.99 donation. Thank you indeed. Crescendo, a total success. Cheers for what we hope is just the beginning of the best and most groundbreaking journey in crypto. I couldn't agree more. Thank you again for the donation, Erica. You're an absolute legend. And yes, we are witnessing history in the making. And that's the biggest factor as well, because there's always a possibility, while seemingly small, because Kaspa did do their due diligence and a lot of, testing, there's always a possibility it failed, and it has not failed, and it's looking very, very strong right now. Very strong indeed. So yes, this hopefully will be the beginning of the end game for Kaspa. 10 BPS is the building block, foundation block, and then ZK opcodes and Dagnite is when you start seeing Kaspa just explode. Absolutely explode. And you're going to see so many more developers jumping on the platform, shifting from Ethereum, shifting from Solana. You'll see everybody, I'm utmost convinced you'll see everybody shifting over to Kaspa. Absolutely everybody. So yes, thank you very much, Erica. And yes, we are truly blessed. Bullish indeed. We are very bullish next level cash. And yeah, things are looking up. I'm hopeful we'll see smart contracts very soon for Kaspa. Again, Kaspa.com confirmed this should be coming through, or the actual infrastructure for the opcodes are now available. And the Bufflink says, yes, you enjoy these streams, these daily content, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more, because we are literally only going to be going up from here, my eyes. Would you rather $24 randomly given to you at any point in the day of life, or $1 every hour for life? $1 every hour for life. Because at that point, I deem it as I can, stack it up and then just continuously DCA every time I choose to. I mean, they're kind of a similar scenario. I guess you can, but if I can give them $24 and then just hold it and then just, size it into whatever I want to size it into. But I would say do it $1 every hour. It means also it gives you also a bit more a level of responsibility as well, because some people out there, I mean, as investors, you've got to be very good with your money, of course, but some people out there can just blow their money quite quickly and not, budget accordingly. But if you get it, at a set interval every single time, then it gives you, I guess, more discipline as well. Welcome back, Mike, brother, doing very, very well. Hey, quick, what is the range of the amount of Kaspa you have, if you don't mind me asking? I appreciate your question, brother. I did, a very, very long time ago in the past, cover what category I was in. And I did say that's the first and last time I was going to do that, because I do deem it as quite a private question. No, not by any means trying to throw slander or anything at you. I mean, you're more than welcome to ask. I don't particularly want to answer, just because, again, I deem it as a private matter. I'm not, I will say, just for disclosure, I am not a whale. I'm not wealthy in Kaspa. God, I wish I was. Oh gosh, I wish I would. I'm not. I'm just one of your humble Kaspa investors, just covering an asset that I believe has a very, very bright future and will do very, very well. And I'm continuing to stack my bag as much as I can do, so I can be one of those, future billionaires in Kaspa, seeing literal future around us being developed. So I appreciate the question, but I won't disclose it. I mean, people are welcome to disclose it if they want to, just I personally don't, if you hopefully understand. My Nacho got stuck on CoinEx. I'm very sorry to hear that, my man. Yeah, I'm sure there are going to be some complications with assets and KRC20 and Kaspa. I heard from my community and apparently from Kaspa Silver that Kraken is not supporting the hard fork or something like that. That's what I heard. I haven't fact checked that for myself, but if that's true, then that would be disastrous, because Kraken is, technically speaking, one of the biggest exchanges, or the biggest US exchange for Kaspa, despite the volume not really being up there. It's the biggest one, the most trustworthy one. So they're not supporting 10 BPS. Then that is a huge blow for Kaspa going forward. Although in saying that, if you're looking right now on Kaspa, you can see the volume is still there for Kraken. That 4.242%. That's one of the highest we've seen for Kraken as well, actually. So I can't attest to that personally, but I mean, hopefully we'll see all the assets that have been stuck become unstuck very, very soon. And it looks like also people who are saying volume flooding in, you are right now. We've seen the volume jump about 2 to 3 million since the start of this stream as well, which is really cool stuff. We might not, but we're doing well. Maybe May 9th. I mean, whenever we see a pump for Kaspa, it will come, right? Whether it be today, May 9th, we got the FMC meeting in 2 days, which apparently, well, not even apparently, Kaspa tend to do very, very well on the FMC meeting days. So that could be a catalyst. Again, we got the crypto roundtable on the 12th of May. We've got the inflation data on the 13th of May. We've got a lot of very, very big developments that are coming out that will give us more clarity on what's coming to the space. And again, we might in this time as well see Kaspa stuff coming out. The public testnet for Kasplex, I want to say, will come out at some time in May. We've not had confirmation at all. And the reason why is because they don't want to put down a date and then, something go wrong, God forbid, and therefore have to delay it. So they want to just announce it when they are 100% convinced it will be ready for the time. So they're hopefully going to be releasing the public testnet this month. They seem to be suggesting it'll be very, very soon. And then the mainnet launch won't be months off either. Therefore, we'll hopefully see the public mainnet release of Kasplex's layer 2 before the end of this half of the year, before the end of June. And then we'll just see, so much more building on Kaspa, and it'll go up from there as well. Do you think Sompolinsky is Satoshi? If anyone's going to be him, it would be him. If it's going to be anybody, it would be Sompolinsky, no doubt. I'm bouncing my IP off 3 different VPNs and 5 different proxies. You won't be able to track me down, Jay. Hey, my talents are very, very vast. I'm sure I can find you. Or, better to just come running back when you realise that you're lacking in food. Little did you know I've got a GPS chip tracked in your neck. I'm just waiting to actually be asked to come get you. But yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to be him, yeah, Sompolinsky, Satoshi, it would be Sompolinsky if anyone's going to be him. Face reveal on your B-Day, Jay? Unlikely. But we do see Kaspa do an absolute historic run into the price action this cycle, and I'm talking like $5-7, which is not ridiculous. I mean, it is ridiculous, but it's not out of question for Kaspa, truth be told. If you see that, then I will strongly consider it. But I mean, hey, we'll have to wait and see. And now it's my birthday. It is within the next 2 weeks, so we'll have to see. Live Kappa tattoo on your birthday. I've not had a tattoo before, believe it or not. I do intend to probably get one at one point in the future. When I get a Kas, one of my first tattoo, though, that would be some true conviction. Maybe not on my birthday, but maybe in the future I'll get one. Maybe I'll get like a whole sleeve and just have it like smack bang on the bicep, For you, how Kaspa can fail and don't go to over all-time highs, I don't see a way how Kaspa can fail. The only way would be is for whatever reason somehow all the money disappeared from Kaspa. That's the only way. The chance of that seems to be extremely small because even now in this community we have so many people who are mining Kaspa who are not going to stop mining it whatever happens. Some people themselves are keeping the project up by themselves effectively. So yeah, I don't see a way Kaspa does not go above all-time highs and then a lot more this cycle. Welcome back, brother. Hope you're doing very well. Yo, QC and Caspians. What a great day for Kaspa. Indeed, my man. It is a great day indeed. Like at the lottery on Jay's birthday. I mean, shit, maybe. Who knows? Maybe, who knows indeed. Mr. Miles says, yes, happy. Wow, I've got so many questions today. I love to see it. Wow, oh my days. Insane, guys. Thank you. Happy Cinco de Porta, everybody. Yes, indeed. 5th of May, looking very good for Kaspa indeed. I'm just spitballing. Hey, it's all good, brother. Tell me if I'm wrong. Once the Kaspa is busier due to the smart contract and 10 BPS, solar miners will get rewards more often, but in periods of high activity, they will get some blocks with higher fees. So effectively, right now, Kaspa produces 1 block per second. 10 block per second now. So when there is a lot of active transactions happening, they will have. I don't think necessarily you'll see more blocks. Like you won't mine more blocks, but there'll be more, transactions and gas fees in the blocks that you can mine and hit. So, for example, when KRC20 was first launched, or when KDAO was launched, which KRC20 came out around here. KRC20 came out around... Yeah, it's around... Is it around? No, it's around here, right? I'm looking at the wrong time. I'm way too... Yeah, back here. KRC20 came out around here. And then KDAO came out around here, I believe. Something about that. And on the days when those two came out, you saw the miners make so much money because they're able to mine the blocks, and inside the blocks they got given the gas fees from all the minting going on with the KDAO and the KRC20 tokens as well. So with a lot more transactions taking place on Casper's layer 1, and with there being a high chance to mine blocks, therefore you'll see the level of rewards you get will probably still be like not as much as you would get previously, at least in Casper definitely, but you have a higher chance of mining the blocks, therefore getting the transactions from the activity taking place on Casper. So it just gives miners, it makes it more fairer for miners, and equally gives you more opportunity to actually hit the blocks and make money when the adoption comes through, which it will come through for Casper. Fully manipulated data, I don't see how you can wreck the economy and claim people are finding job more opportunities. I mean, it is not, though. At least doesn't seem to be. We saw it. If those, again, if you're in my VRP group, you would have seen me announce it anyways. But if you check it out, the unemployment, not in the UK, in the United States, unemployment in the United States, and we check it out. Where's the website that I used? I'm trying to find the website that I use. Okay, well, I can't find it right now. I mean, anyway, the website, I can't find it right now. I can't find it. But the website obviously stated that, we saw the level of unemployment still at 4.2%, but that's because it was actually the government jobs that were dropping, but the actual jobs in the economy were rising. So, again, I mean, I guess you can argue whether the data is being manipulated or not, but the thing is, this sort of, economy, right, it won't come flowing in straight away. There's always a delay. The M2 supply, for example, this here, this peak here, that's not saying how much money is going to be in the economy at this particular time. The money is already there. There's a 10 to 15 week delay in the M2 to financial markets. It's a 10 to 15 week delay. That's what I've done here is I've positioned the M2 to where it lines up with the markets, but there's a delay in it. So as anything, you'll see this data right now, which is seemingly looking reassuring and bullish and great for the economy. You won't see it take effect for a few weeks and months, but then you'll start seeing it actually have an effect. But right now, all the economic data is stating that we're looking good. The mainstream media is only highlighting we're still at 4.2%, but I'm not seemingly highlighting that we're seeing an increase. We're seeing an increase in, if I go to my VRP so I can see what I said. So we saw the payroll employment rise to 177,000 jobs in April, which is 40,000 more than expected. And the employment continues to trend upwards in healthcare, transportation, warehousing, financial activities, and social assistance, but it's just dropping in federal government employment. So, and again, so it was seeing again seemingly the economy shift from again one that has been predominantly controlled by how the government behaves and acts to one that is again being gifted more back to the actual economy. But it'll take time to actually us recognize how that's going to affect the economy, because again, it doesn't come through straight away. But I mean, again, it is a matter of time for me. Matter of time. I'm not again showcasing or vocalizing support or distrusting Trump. Again, I'm purely looking at what the data states, and this data comes from the official government websites that I'm looking at. That's where I'm getting my information from. I'm not looking at it from third-party rubbish. I'm looking at it from the official website. That's what the official website says as well. Short-term pain, long-term gains, indeed, absolutely. History is made. Congrats, indeed, my man. History has been made, and we'll see so much more as a result come off the back of all of this as well. We'll hope to see Casper end up having an absolute frenzy in regards to adoption and price soon. we can see it do very, very well in the latter half of this month as well. What's up, Greg, bro? Hope you're doing very well, brother. Welcome back to the stream. Late, but still here on the play. As you should be, my man. What's up, QC? And happy 10 BPS, everybody. You know it. Happy 10 BPS day. We are, again, lucky and fortunate. And we're going to see so much more coming. And again, those who said the volume's rallying right now, we are seeing it now up 4 million since we started the stream about an hour ago. So it's going up continuously right now. This also could be a potential sign of a breakout. Who knows? Do we think we will get rate cuts? Or not Trump but Powell don't want to? I mean, Trump wants rate cuts because he wants to see the markets pumping more and more. But Jerome Powell is playing on the side of caution because he wants to make sure that, he doesn't end up causing a recession. Because, while pumping money in the economy is good, it causes inflation, and too high inflation can cause a recession. And of course, too stagnant of an economy causes a recession as well. So you've got to, thread the needle, if you will. Right now, we got the first negative GDP recording last quarter, and the first time since 2022 Q1, so for 3 years, which is worrying. But then, of course, the job report data states that actually we are seeing an increase in jobs in the economy, not the government jobs, the actual jobs in the economy, therefore. So, provided that inflation doesn't go too high up when we get the reports in 8 days' time, that will be a very good indicator once more that we're going to start seeing the economy strengthen. It's still stagnant, but we'll see it start to make a recovery, I'm sure. And then if inflation comes down to 2% target, then Jerome Powell probably then have a reason to start cutting rates as well and start issuing QE into the markets as well, sending it higher and higher. I'm just seeing if I can go back for. I'm just seeing what else is being said. Price climbing like crazy. I mean, the price is doing very well right now. It is. Again, I'm not expecting a breakout today. If we do, I mean, of course, I'll eat my words, be very happy about it. But I'm not expecting a great breakout today. I'm just expecting Kaspa us soaking all the glory that is 10 BPS, and we'll see more adoption to slowly come to Kaspa with the layer 2s again seemingly on the horizon with Casplex as well. It's doing very well today, and we'll probably see Kaspa continue to trade in this zone, I like to believe, maybe. And then we'll see it, make a more significant move, I'm sure, going upwards latter half of May into, again, June and July as well. Okay, so it looks like Mr. Miles and Dimitar go back and forth, so you guys have your own conversation, that's perfectly fine. Okay. Still waiting for the questions that are coming to me. Still, wow, okay, there's a lot of conversation going for. Oh crap, I just gave my clue to my location, ignore that, Jay. You know what, I'm not even reading it properly, so it's fine. Internet chaos resistance is actually resistant to large-scale war or tactical nukes, but it's a nice language. I mean, I guess it's nice terminology, but that's the terminology that has been determined for Dagnite, because that's effectively what Dagnite is. It means that if there's an internet outage, that it's resistant to that, and it'll still be functioning as it should be. We are getting a nice pump in the last 2 hours. We are right now. Again, that is definitely liable to change. 10 BPS again is a very, very big deal, but for me, it's not a price pumper. But again, don't be disheartened, right? That's what I'm going to highlight right now. Don't be disheartened. We're not necessarily going to see a price pump today. If you do, fantastic. But if you don't now just think Kaspa's dead. We've had 10 BPS out for 4 to 5 hours right now, extremely early. We haven't got smart contracts or stable coins on Kaspa just yet. When they come out, that will be the catalyst that start driving more adoption to Kaspa and the price therefore, and then the 10 BPS as well, the tier 1 listings as well. So this here is the beginning of the end for Kaspa. It should, in theory, only be up from here in regards to adoption and development, and therefore, theoretically speaking, price as well. But we'll see pullbacks as anything. We always see pullbacks. And Nadar, I know you're trolling, but unlikely. To be honest, it's unlikely. My long is up 30% in profits. Hey, love to hear that, SJ, brother. Keep going, my man. Of course, don't be too greedy. Don't be emotional. Be logical. But as long as you're in profit, as long as it's working out for you, then, keep stacking, my man. Hope it plays out well. No time tomorrow equals failure. That is not true. Not true indeed. Kiki is new Pepe. I mean, Kiki is an asset that it's not very high up right now. And to be fair, none of the Chaos Fintech projects are really up right now. Kiki is right here. Currently got $702,000 market cap, just short of 3.5k 24-hour trading volume, but it's got 2k holders, so it's definitely got some adoption there. So it could do well in that regard. Now, of course, Pepe is one of the biggest memes that are right now. So will it be the next Pepe? I mean, that's tough to say, but it could definitely do well as a derivative of Pepe. I do believe that a lot of these assets will do very, very well. Of course, there are a lot right now that are struggling in volume completely, but they have still got holders, so it just means they're probably dead right now, like Popcat. But I'm sure you'll see them come back very, very soon, and more people jump back in as well. But Wars was at 6 when Crescendo went live. Oh yeah, I mean, you can see right now it's because of how how aggressive it is right now. It's come up to 5.2 right now. But again, I mean, it looks like the reduction just happened, basically. That's why. Or very soon around that. We moon yet? Not yet, brother. But in due time, I'm sure. In due time. 105 watching, only 37 likes. Come on, give you a like. Yeah, you're completely right, Erica. 107 people watching right now. If you have at least 100 likes, or at least 70 likes. So if you enjoy the stream, always leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And when Kappa ends up breaking up all-time highs and having smart contracts, we'll be here as well, covering the content, all the leaks and alpha as well for Kaspa. Hopefully, I'd like to believe one of the best channels for finding consistent Kaspa content. So yeah, by all means, stay tuned and keep supporting the channel and the community. And thank you again very much, Erica. Kaspa to 5 USD minimum. I mean, damn, if that was the case, again, that would be that'd be almost a guaranteed face reveal from me. It will reach that in the future. This cycle, again, we can debate that. Took some profits at 9.7 cents. Good man. Take profits whenever you need to. And you have to reinforce what Jay is saying. Kaspa is the fastest proof of work by so far. Nothing has come close. I mean, yeah. You got Litecoin, Dogecoin, Kaspa, all those proof of work assets out there. Kaspa is by far and away the fastest proof of work in this space, and it also now can compete in the terms of similar speed to the other massive layer 1 infrastructures, likes of, again, Solana and Litecoin, that sort of stuff as well. I mean, Johnny did make a post about this actually, talking about it a little bit more. Ultimately just highlighted that Johnny made a post about the nature of Kaspa technically being 4 times faster than Solana, which is there's a somewhat deeper understanding needed in regard to network speed beyond just the headline of TPS. So Johnny was highlighting in his post, which I think I've retweeted. If I haven't, then I'll make sure to do so. But it highlighted basically that Kaspa obviously has impressive transaction speeds already, given its proof of work nature and its faster block rate. But of course, Solana still has the current market position and technological advantage over Kaspa, but that is liable to change very soon with the smart contracts and stablecoins coming out on Kaspa as well. So again, early and huge stuff coming through. One updated on ChainSpect. I'm not entirely sure, brother. I'm not entirely sure. I'm sure maybe somebody else can give you an answer. If not, I'm guessing ChainSpect is one of the minor websites which I don't currently use. So Kaspa is king. Let's go. Indeed, Dimitar, indeed it is. Welcome back, Ghosty, my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. And you too, Sugar. All having a great day so far. Missing still a hell of a lot of questions. Oh, my chat doing that laggy thing again is about to go down. I'm sure it is. Yeah, about to go down, about to crash. But yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Miles, again, brother. Hope you have a very, very good time on the run. I'll catch you soon. And yeah, have a great time, my man. Go along since 8.9 cents. Hey, keep it up, brother. I mean, again, we could see potentially correct further. We'll have to wait and see. But again, things are currently up today. We've now come back down a bit to 4.4%, but hopefully we'll see it come back again very, very soon. Welcome back, Bees, bro. Having a very good day, I hope. Historic day for Kaspa and investors. However, we will continue to get faster as the time carries on. Sparkle will solidify Kaspa. From a technological standpoint, Kaspa is the best. I could not agree more. But yeah, Mark's seen the Jones go back into hiding. Exactly. He's seen that I'm close to finding him. Price is pumping because it really works. Exactly. If Casper somehow failed Crescendo, you might have seen a big pullback because it actually works, and the visualizer here is proof that it's working. You know, again, people are now like, oh wow, so what's always been in theory is actually happening now. So it's not theory anymore. It's actually proof it's happening, which is big. Very, very big. Jay is a shark. Oh, I mean, who knows? Who knows? We can speculate. While we pumping, is closed my trade at 9.4 cents. I'm just pumping probably off the FOMO from the Crescendo hard for activation being successful, but it won't be necessarily a breakout. We'll have to wait and see. But again, it's a big day, right? But I don't think we'll see a massive breakout necessarily in the immediate, like today. You might see one over the coming week or two, but I do suspect we'll see some pullbacks at some point. But right now, we're just lavishing in the brilliance that is 10 BPS being live on the mainnet. We'll see Kappa probably continue trading in this zone for a bit and then break out. Welcome back, Andy, my man, who's doing very, very well. I took out 78 Kaspa of Kraken, 30 block before the fork. Hey, good man. Love to hear that. Kraken must be spawned port. I mean, that's what I'm thinking as well. I'm not sure who told me that. I mean, I know it's in my community, and I think apparently Kasper Silver said that. But you can see here on the CoinMarketCap that there is more volume than usual as well going through Kraken. So, you know, if it did not support the 10 PPS, then surely that would not be any volume on them anymore. So, I mean, again, I'll see if I can fact check that. It was updated an hour ago as well, which would be after 10 PPS as well. So I'll fact check it if I can and find out. It's Satoshi. If it's going to be anybody, it will be him. Tried to withdraw from Kraken. It's pending for 30 minutes. Oh, that is not good, Octo. That's really, really not good. Okay, well, maybe there is some issues going on right now. Hopefully they'll fix it in due time. If not, then all you can try and do is get in contact with Kraken and see if you can try and sort something out. When Kwame is listing, we have no confirmation right now, my man. We can the speculation that we have right now is it's going to be sometime late in the cycle, following all the massive FOMO and everything coming for Kaspa. Because again, like Binance is probably doing right now as well, Coinbase will have to accumulate their own Kaspa holdings to list the project. So they've got a while to go, you know. Got a while to go indeed. Get the 10 BPS tattoo on your back. On my back. Gosh. 10 BPS tattoo on my back. So you want me to get this visualizer on my back? That well, I'll just get a full body tattoo at that point. Then, if I just start spinning around, just see the 10 BPS going through. That would be crazy. My birthday is 12th of May, same as yours. Very close to it, Vaz. Very close. Very, very close indeed. 2 days different, actually. Swamp would have to be 15, 16 years old, right? I mean, again, I haven't delved too much into the theory of if Swamp Polinsky actually is Satoshi, but I like to speculate if it's going to be anybody with the expertise and knowledge that Swamp Polinsky has, it would be Swamp Polinsky. But again, that's another point for another day, I guess. I don't understand why not more people see the potential of Kaspa so that the price would be over $1 already. Are they so stupid, or are we so intelligent, or what? It is probably a combination of all of it, to be honest, because people are so hung up on price and they only care about short-term price action because they're more so traders than anything else. They don't look towards the future. Information that I have in my VIP group, more so than anything, highlights so many institutional documents that highlight the future of what's coming to the space. And we can call it, that's how Kaspa's going to tap into that as well. But some people don't look at long term enough. They just look for the short term. Some people want to get into this market now and then just leave afterwards. Which, again, each their own, but I'm not leaving crypto. Crypto is literally about to take over the whole financial space. I'm not leaving crypto. There's no reason for me to do so. And of course, it being over $1 already would be a very, very nice, dream. But again, it's not the time for it right now. It's not the time for it. But that's not saying it won't reach that in the cycle and in the future to be as well. So it took Bitcoin a long time to end up having any sort of significant takeoff. Kaspa could be faster because it's got more aggressive emission schedules and also institutional adoptions coming through now. But it's still going to take a bit of time, at least for now. But it won't be too long. Yeah, exactly. Bitcoin took 20 years. Kaspa being around 2. So, we've still got a lot more time. The price isn't pumping because 10 BPS is bouncing because we are in the triangle. That's what I was saying as well. I mean, 10 BPS might be the catalyst allowing it to pump a little bit. People are deeming it as a bullish thing, but we're just currently in this wedge right now. That's what it looks. That's what I drew out beforehand. It's what like the wedge we're in right now. Just seeing more questions right now. I'm doubling down on this job figure being rubbish. You can't nuke small businesses and claim jobs are becoming more plentiful. That's not how it works. I mean, again, we have to wait a few months. It highlighted there was more jobs growth in April, but we won't see that actually affect the economy for a few months. So we'll have to wait and see. If it ends up coming out to be fake, then yeah, we'll come back to this comment here, But again, we have to see right now. Right now, all the data suggests that everything is, we saw a nuke in the economy, which we have already covered sources in the past suggesting that it was by design so that the government can refinance the debt at a lower yield. But of course, people will believe what they want to believe. There are sources supporting that Trump's doing the right thing and sources that say he's doing the wrong thing. Again, I'm not getting too much into the nitty-gritty of it. I'm just literally highlighting what the job data states. The job data states right now that we are seeing an increase in jobs, decrease in governmental jobs, but increase in working class jobs, which will end up showcasing impact in the economy in a few months' time. But I have to wait and see. Who is the Plan K fellow? He said Kaspa will replace Bitcoin, which means Kaspa can go to $100. The Plan K fellow, I don't think anyone actually knows who he is specifically, but he is a seemingly very, very knowledgeable and devoted Kaspa content creator as well. His Endgame series is fantastic, and it does a very, very deep rundown on the whole monetary system, how we got here, and why Kaspa is the endgame for the monetary system going forward as well, and how it's going to replace Bitcoin. Bitcoin being the store of value element for the elites, and Kaspa being that anonymous exchange for the working class and general public, which means it's going to see a lot more adoption coming through as well. From now on, how much do we have to wait for stablecoin deployment? Well, the ability to launch stablecoins is now available. How long do we see stablecoins on Kaspa? We don't know, because we haven't got any information about that. I speculate we'll see something this month. We know Johnny of the K has been talking to stablecoin issuers since December 2024, so for 5 months now. But we don't know exactly when. But we do know the ability to launch stablecoins with opcodes is now available. So we could see it soon enough. I heart Mr. Moss tattooed on your face. There's no way. Absolutely no way. I will not have anything associated with Mr. Mars on my body in ink. Absolutely no way. I refuse. 14 cents by the end of May. As a possibility. Again, in accordance to the M2 supply, it just suggests we could potentially see Kaspa rally to that sort of value by the end of May as well. End of May being around here, so about 15 odd cents or so, 14 cents. So we could see that. I think it will depend on what other developments follow Kaspa in regards to, again, the level of adoption we see for stablecoins and potentially EVMs as well launching. It's a matter of time. So I'm optimistic. The M2 starting to, the M2 we're seeing a pullback right now, which is expected, but we'll hopefully start seeing it make a reversal and running up higher over the coming days and weeks as well, when we get more of the macro developments as well, which I'll be making. I'll be continuously updating everybody, making updates about it, making videos about it, and equally letting my VIPs know ahead of time what we are to expect, and therefore we're going to plan more accordingly on what we're going to expect as well. So if you want to find out more about crypto and how to maximize the cycle right now through knowing what's going to come in the future, alpha informational documents, trading courses, trade alerts and whatnot, everything else, and the weekly live streams we do every Sunday, check out the VIP group at wop.com/coin-factory, linked down below in the description, and also on the YouTube homepage here as well. And my YouTube studio has just crashed as I expected it would do. So unfortunately, that will be it for the questions now, because my YouTube studio has crashed, which it does so often because my PC is not strong enough. But with that being said, if you enjoyed, and as I saw Rosario just said, yes, Jay, historic day for the entire ecosystem, 100%. It's a very, very historic day. We are blessed, to say the least, very, very blessed. But with that being said, if you enjoyed today's daily content, Kaspa has successfully made history. 10 viewers are now up live on the mainnet. It should, in theory, only be up from here. If you enjoyed, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. 69 likes is absolutely insane. If we can make 70, that'd be even better, or even 75. It'd be very, very nice. So leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. If you want to be even more locked in, learning about crypto and Kaspa continuously, or have a community where you can just chill, chat, and learn more passively, got a free one here, public one, and equally the VIP one as well. both down below in the description, also homepage as well. Have a great day, good evening, and good night, everybody. Have a fantastic time and look forward to what is to come for Kaspa very soon. I am optimistic we'll see a lot more developments in the immediate short term as well. So have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care now.